It's the final day of the high school edition of Top Gun 2013 here at Dublin Jerome High School. We are with Frank Rojas. He's the longtime head coach of Braddock High School in Miami, Florida, but he is the director of the U.S. Army National Combine, which looks at the top juniors each year in San Antonio heading in to the U.S. Army All-American Bowl. Now, many of those commits for the All-American Bowl in 2014 are here, but Frank, you're looking at maybe from the class of 2015, 16, and beyond. A lot of kids are going to get invites, and that's a chance for them to catch their eye and maybe hope their All-American dreams come true one day.
Absolutely, and it really sets a foundation for the selection of the All-Americans by having, the best and biggest national combine in the world. My 24 years of experience of coaching high school football, there is no better combine.
Yeah, I was going to say, how cool is this? You're from Dade County. It's stocked with talent, but you get to see great talent all over the country, and these kids are going to be the future stars of the game.
Absolutely. Yeah. Last year, we had over 550 kids representing 43 states. So it really gives you a breakdown of the talent out there and how it's represented throughout the United States.
Well, tell me a little bit about your week here at Top Gun and what you're looking for throughout the 3 days and looking at some of these top kids when you're trying to nominate them for the Combine.
Well, first, we look at the football university coaches. We go to the professionals first because they spend the whole time with them. They coach the kids up on the field. Once I get the evaluation from them in terms of what they do on the field physically, the other aspect of it, and something that we try to teach these young men, is what are those young men doing in the classroom? Mm-hmm. What are they doing when they're eating lunch? How's their character on and off the field? So that's where my guys and other guys are evaluating kids, are seeing them when they're not on the field. Yeah. How are they when they're eating their lunch? How are they addressing their parents? How are they addressing other coaches? Are they shaking hands, making eye contact? Are they saying yes sir, no sir? So we still kind of look at those little things also that a lot of kids might think, I run the fastest 40, I'm the best kid out here, I'm going to get selected. It's not always that way. Yeah,
the total package is clearly important. The process of getting into Top Gun is tough enough. You get some guys who might be your free agents and want to be nominated. Their coach may send in video, and that's maybe the same case with the Combine too, or they could go through a regional camp and get the nod.
Absolutely. The football university camps really provides your first stepping stone, especially if you might have a young man who doesn't have film, who hasn't played a varsity game yet. He gets to a football university camp and he performs well, he'll get a selection right at the end of that camp. He'll be nominated and selected right there on the spot. Compared to a young man who doesn't attend a camp, now he's got to rely on his high school coach to make sure he sends in film, and then it's based on a committee evaluating that film, which then ends up being a lot of nominations, a lot of videos to review. So your best way would be obviously to be at a football university camp.
We'd be remiss to talk about some of the international kids too, because they come here to Top Gun. It's a growing game, and it's not quite like the NBA where you have your dearth of international players taking over, but there are more and more international guys playing in the NFL or in college, and here's a great showcase for them too as they come over. Cecil Martin's helped organize a great deal of that.
Yes, he's done a great job. We actually had a young man in the Fort Walton Beach Football University camp, FBU camp, that was from Okinawa, Japan. A running back, and actually at that camp he was actually the MVP of that camp, but it really shows you the international flavor that football's becoming. Everybody knows the best sport in America, and football university provides that for the international flavor.
I've seen the Combine firsthand, and is it run quite like Top Gun, or when we're talking about drills, what do we expect to see there come January again, and what improvements do you look to make year in and year out?
Well, we first do our basic combine test, which is going to be the pro shuttle, the bench press, the 40-yard dash. Then we do very, very short individual period with the FBU coaches. And right after the short individual period, what really sets us apart from a lot of other combines is we've got a lot of one-on-one competitions.
Yeah.
So when those kids are selected to that point, they've been through an FBU camp. We know they're top-level kids. So real basic instruction, and we want to go a good 2 hours of individuals. Well, I mean, two hours of one-on-ones, which when you ask athletes, that's all they want. They want the one-on-ones. I could ask any young man out there.
Separate the men from the boys.
You ready for one-on-ones? And that's what I tell them from the very first day when I do our orientation. I said, just keep in mind as we're going through this whole process, every single day you're getting closer and closer to the one-on-ones. And the kids get excited, and the one-on-one competitions there is out of this world.
I'm always entertained watching the top juniors in the country as they try and make a name for themselves at the U.S. Army National Combine. Director Frank Rojas, who's also the head coach, Braddock High School in Miami, Florida. Thanks, Coach, and all the best to you going forward.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.